A guy in Phoenix just spent $52,000 on a brand new SUV. 18 months in, the transmission failed at 41,000 miles. The dealer quoted him $9,400 to fix it, and his warranty had a clause he never read that voided the repair. He still owes $44,000 on the loan. Everything you have been told about new SUVs being more reliable than old ones is wrong. That story came straight out of dealer marketing in the 2010s, and it has been costing buyers tens of thousands ever since. I almost bought a 2024 model myself last spring. Then a fleet manager in Tennessee, the guy who maintains 600 work trucks and SUVs for a utility company, pulled up his service logs and showed me which 6 older SUVs his team refuses to retire. What he showed me is what I am sharing with you today. Before I get into the list, I want to tell you about the number one SUV right now. He still runs 11 of them past 380,000 miles, and the average repair bill on them last year was $312. I will tell you exactly which one it is at the end, and everything before that builds toward it. Today, I am uncovering 6 dirt cheap used SUVs the dealers have never had any interest in telling you about. We are starting at number 6, and this one is the SUV almost every buyer dismisses on site, parked under the fluorescent lights of a small independent lot. Number 6. The Toyota 4Runner from 2003 to 2009, 4th generation. For the last 10 years, buyers have walked past this 4Runner because the body looks dated, and the V8 has a reputation for drinking gas. That story came from gas price panic articles in 2008 and got copy-pasted across every used car blog since. The buyers ignoring that headline are the ones driving these things to the moon. The truth is, the 4.7-liter 2UZ FE V8 in this thing is the same engine block Toyota put in the LX 470 and the Tundra. It is a non-interference, timing belt motor with cast iron sleeves, and Toyota's own durability testing rated it for 300,000 miles before a top-end refresh. The fleet manager I spoke with showed me a 2006 4Runner on his lot, with 412,000 miles on the original engine, original transmission, and the only major repair in the log was a $640 alternator at 290,000 miles. For you, this means you can buy one of these silver or pewter 4th Gen 4Runners on Facebook Marketplace for $7,500 to $11,000 right now, and run it another 150,000 miles for under $2,000 in scheduled maintenance. The buyers who already know this are quietly pulling these off Marketplace before listings hit 24 hours. But if you think the 4Runner was underrated, the next one is where it gets genuinely strange. The SUV I'm about to talk about was redesigned for being too unreliable, and almost nobody updated the story. Number 5. The 2007 to 2017 Ford Expedition, 3rd generation. For about 15 years, buyers have been told the Expedition is a fuel-guzzling dinosaur that will nickel and dime them on electronics. That belief came from the 2005 to 2006 model years, which had real coil pack and spark plug issues with the 5.4-liter Triton. The 2007 redesign fixed every one of those problems, and almost nobody updated the narrative. The truth is, the 3rd generation Expedition runs the 5.4-liter 3-valve Triton with the updated coil pack and the corrected spark plug design. Ford rebuilt the front suspension geometry the same year. The fleet manager pulled up his Expedition records sitting on his desk and showed me 8 white Expeditions in his fleet running past 280,000 miles, with the most expensive yearly repair averaging $480 across all of them. He said his oil pressure readings on the 280,000-mile units sit at 42 psi cold, which is factory spec. For you, this means a clean 2012 to 2014. Expedition runs $9,000 to $14,000 in today's market and gives you 8 passengers, 9,200 pounds of tow capacity, and another 100,000 miles of life. The buyers who already know this are picking these up at dealer auctions before they ever hit retail lots. Bargains. The next one should not be on this list by any conventional metric. But there is one specific $90 part that fleet buyers track quietly, and retail buyers almost never find out about. $90. We are not at number 1 yet, and that one is worth staying for. But what you have just learned about the 4Runner V8 and the Expedition Triton is already putting 2 SUVs in your hands that the average buyer this weekend will walk past without even opening the hood. The number 1 SUV on this list still runs 11 units past 380,000 miles in the same fleet, and the average repair bill on them last year was $312. We are getting there. Repair. Number 4. The 2008 to 2014 Chevrolet Tahoe GMT 900 platform. Tahoe. Most buyers skip the GMT 900 Tahoe because they remember the AFM lifter problem that killed thousands of 5.3-liter engines around the 2010 model year. That was real. What buyers do not know is that GM issued a quiet revision to the lifter design in 2011, and the issue effectively disappeared on later trucks. Revision. The truth is the 2012 to 2014 Tahoe with the 5.3-liter Vortec is one of the most durable body-on-frame SUVs ever sold in this country. The fleet manager has 4 black Tahoes in service, all past 320,000 miles, and the trick he showed me is that all 4 have an AFM disabler plug installed in the OBD2 port under the dash. That single $90 part eliminates the original failure mode entirely. He said his shop installs it on every Tahoe and Suburban that comes in for service. For you, this means you can buy a 2013 Tahoe LT for $13,000 to $17,000, spend $90 on a disabler plug, and you have eliminated the only legitimate reliability complaint about the truck. The buyers who already know this are the ones running independent shops, and they buy these for their own families before they list them publicly. Eliminated. If that sounds like a workaround, wait until you hear what the next one needs. Because the SUV at number 3 has a known weakness that costs $40 to fix permanently, and 90% of owners replace the entire system instead. $40. Number 3. The 2006 to 2013 Lexus GX 470 and GX 460. For years, buyers have been told the Lexus GX is a luxury truck with luxury repair bills, and that the air suspension is a ticking time bomb. The repair bill story came straight from Lexus dealer service quotes, where a rear air bladder replacement runs $1,400 to $2,200 per side. The ticking time bomb story came from forum posts written by people who never priced an aftermarket part. The truth is, the GX is a Toyota Land Cruiser Prado with a Lexus badge. Same frame, same 4.7-liter V8 or 4.6-liter V8. Same Icene transmission, same transfer case. A fleet manager showed me a silver 2008 GX 470 in his personal driveway with 367,000 miles on the original drivetrain. The fix for the air suspension is a $40 original equipment manufacturer spec air solenoid replacement, which an independent shop can install in 35 minutes. The dealer quote replaces the whole strut. The actual failure is the solenoid. For you, this means a 2010 to 2012 GX 460 in good condition sits between $16,000 to $22,000 right now, and the entire suspension can be kept healthy for under $300 in parts over the next 100,000 miles. Buyers who already know this are walking past brand new $65,000 luxury SUVs on the same lot to grab these. The story behind the next one is one I almost did not include, because I was not sure people would believe the durability numbers. I checked the data 3 times. Here is what it shows. Everything in the first half of this list adds up to 4 sport utility vehicles you can buy for between $7,500 and $22,000 today. Every one of them with another 100,000 to 200,000 miles of life left in it, and a combined annual maintenance cost lower than most new car payments for a single month. That is the first half. What is coming in the second half is where the numbers get harder to believe, because these are the ones almost nobody talks about publicly. Number 2. The 2005 to 2008 first-generation Honda Pilot. Buyers have been told for over a decade that the first-generation Pilot is the one with the bad transmission. That story came from the 2003 transmission recall, which Honda extended the warranty on, and which they fixed under that extended warranty on almost every truck that came in. By 2005, the issue was resolved at the factory. The truth is a 2005 to 2008 Pilot with the 3.5-liter J35 V6 is one of the highest mileage sport utility vehicles Honda has ever built. The J35 is the same engine block in the Odyssey, the Ridgeline, and the Acura MDX, and it is rated by Honda's internal data for 250,000 miles before any major service. The fleet manager showed me a faded silver 2006 Pilot in a suburban driveway with 421,000 miles. The only major repair in the log was a timing belt and water pump bundle at 220,000 miles for $680. He said the J35 is the closest thing Honda has ever made to a Toyota engine. For you, this means a clean first-generation Pilot can be bought for $4,500 to $8,000 today, which is less than the down payment on most new sport utility vehicles. The buyers who already know this are the ones who skip the dealer entirely and buy them off original owners on Craigslist. But what is coming next is the sport utility vehicle that almost broke my own assumptions about what a $5,000 vehicle can do. The detail that changed my mind was something the fleet manager said over coffee, not in his shop. We are down to the final 2. These almost never appear in articles or other videos, and not because they are unknown. The people who know them have no incentive to share them, because every sold-off used unit pushes the price up. Until now, if you are finding this useful, hit subscribe. We cover used vehicle protection every week. Now let me show you what convinced me. Number 2.5, sitting just above the Pilot. The 2001 to 2007 Mitsubishi Montero Limited Final Edition. Almost nobody talks about the Montero anymore, because most people assume Mitsubishi parts are impossible to find, and the brand left the US SUV market. Both halves of that story are wrong. The Montero shares its 6G75 V6 with the Mitsubishi Galant and the L200 truck, which is sold globally and has parts inventory across every major auto warehouse in this country. That means parts are not the problem people expect. The truth is, the 2003 to 2006 Montero Limited is a body-on-frame, full-time, four-wheel drive SUV with a low-range transfer case, a rear locking differential, and the same Eisen-built 5-speed automatic that Toyota uses. The fleet manager pulled up a contract he keeps with a regional surveyor who runs 3 dark blue Monteros across rural job sites in eastern Tennessee. The lead truck is a 2005 with 318,000 miles. Annual repair cost on it last year was $290, and the surveyor told him he intends to drive it to 500,000 miles. For you, this means a clean Montero Limited sits between $5,500 and $9,500 right now, undervalued by roughly $3,000 to $4,000 against any equivalent Toyota or Lexus. This model is undervalued. The buyers who already know this are off-road forum members who quietly bought every clean example before the market noticed. Which brings us to the one I told you about at the start. The SUV the fleet manager runs 11 of, all past 380,000 miles, with an average repair bill last year of $312. Number 1. The 1998 to 2007 Toyota Land Cruiser 100 Series and its Lexus LX 470 Twin. The single most damaging false belief on this list is that the 100 Series Land Cruiser is an old man's SUV, and that the Lexus LX 470 is a depreciating luxury barge. That belief came from luxury segment depreciation reports in the late 2000s, which lumped every full-size luxury SUV together. The 100 series is not a luxury barge. It is the most over-engineered vehicle Toyota has ever sold in North America. He still runs 11 of them past 380,000 miles, and the average repair bill on them last year was $312. The detail he showed me, sitting at his desk in a Tennessee garage, was an open service ledger for one specific pearl white 2003 LX 470, fleet number 47. That truck has 491,000 miles on it. The original engine, the original transmission, the original transfer case. The most expensive single repair in 22 years of service was a starter motor at 380,000 miles for $410. He pointed at the engine bay and said the 2UZ FE V8 in this truck has been turning at idle for so long that the alternator brushes have outlasted the alternators on every other vehicle in his lot. For you, this means a 2003 to 2007 LX 470 in good condition sits between $14,000 and $24,000 today, which is less than half of what a new mid-trim SUV costs, and it will outlive that new SUV by 200,000 miles. That is not an estimate. That is what the fleet ledger says. Buy one of these for $19,000, drive it another 200,000 miles, and your cost per mile lands under 9 cents. There is no new vehicle on the market that touches that number. Most buyers will walk past every single SUV on this list this weekend, scrolling Marketplace and Auto Trader on their phones in the parking lot. Not because they are careless, because nobody showed them what you just learned. You now see the used SUV market differently from 90% of the people scrolling listings right now. You can spot a 4Runner V8, an Expedition Triton, a Tahoe from after 2011, a GX with a $40 fix, a J35 Pilot, a Montero Limited, and an LX 470 with a fleet ledger behind it. And you can do that without opening Google. If this changed how you think about buying a used SUV, share it with someone who is about to make the wrong decision. This is not the kind of information that shows up on the first page of search results, and they will not find it without you. If you want to know what else the market is hiding, subscribe. This is the only place these conversations happen.